Hello, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to another video by myself, Mr. Drone. This is my midweek Anfield Road expansion video. So I normally do these, it's the voiceover ones. I'll normally be at site doing these, but once again this week the weather is letting us down. It's really windy, far too windy to get the drone up in the air. So I'm going back to my kind of plan B format, which I've done before, whereas I'll sit down in my office, which is there, and do a talk through, answer the questions and comments you've put. What you'll be watching is the kind of my last video of the Anfield Road Stand expansion, which was done on the 27th of January. You'll watch that in a loop. I may refer to some points throughout it, depending on what questions and comments we're on. But yeah, it's just what we got to do. We've got to. What's the word I'm looking for? we've got to be able to change, adapt. We've got to be able to adapt. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, let's get going. This is the midweek Anfield Road Stand with my voiceover, answering your questions and comments. Let's get to it. Okay everyone, so as we get started, we're going right up in the air as usual. So just to repeat, this is my, what you're watching up there is my last weekend video, which was done on the 27th of January 2023. So let's get into it. You will see me looking down and referring to my phone, where I've kept all the questions and comments that I want to refer to. And the first one up is Doommonger, great, who says, can't believe over the years the Cop has gone from being the biggest stand to the smallest. Yeah, it's a funny one, that, isn't it? Doommonger. As you all know by now, I'm a blue, not a bitter one by any stretch, but anyway, it must be funny for you Reds that it is going to be the smallest. You know what, I wanted to double check this because the Kenny Dalglish stand I don't think is that much bigger capacity wise than the Cop, and I couldn't get the exact numbers on that. So if anybody knows the exact numbers, can you let me know? But yeah, like I say, it must be strange because the Liverpool Cop is massive, isn't it? In like its history, especially to away fans and all that. So it must be weird for yourselves. But if anything, what I would say is that surely that just shows the growth and everything even more. It probably amplifies or should I say magnifies the growth of your club and your ground, maybe, just to put a real positive spin on it. So yeah, maybe it won't be forever, but yeah, Doommonger, like I say, that must be weird for you, but it's a good thing. Surely you got to look at it. That's a good thing, because it, like I say, it just magnifies how much growth there's been in the club. Okay, thanks for that. Let's move on. Okay, we've got Kevin Purcell, who says, thanks Nick, another great update, and as you said, it won't be much longer before the big stuff is completed, and it will then be a case for all of us to pay more attention to everything else that is going on. Can't wait to see the brickwork climbing substantially as well. That will certainly give the feel that completion is really well on the way. Yeah, Kevin, yeah, I did mention that in my last video, that it's coming on so much that soon it will be all boxed in, and it's going to be all internal works. I've said before and I'll repeat it again, anybody that knows anybody at Liverpool, at Anfield, any of the sites, like management or teams, any of them that could perhaps get me a little tour or anything like that, they'd be prepared to do that. So I can show you all inside. That would be absolutely amazing. I'm going to keep mentioning that until somebody pulls it out the bag for me. But yeah, look, it is what it is. Maybe I'll have to start doing Anfield tours so I can get inside and have a look up at it. Who knows? See a blue doing a couple of Anfield tours. Maybe somebody would give me a ticket to a game at the Anfield Road End. Am I going too far? I don't know. But yeah, Kevin, you're right. That is a case that soon it will simply be that everything external is boxed in and it's all internal works. there you go. That it is what it is. Okay, let's move on. And look at that. Next up, straight away, we've got David Parr, who says, thanks, Nick. Hope you have set up a meeting with both the builders and the architects to show them your coverage. Great work as always. Devon Dave. Thanks, David. Thanks very much. No, I haven't. Nothing's been set up. I think they do see the coverage because I do get some comments, and whenever I'm there, I've had comments from people saying, you know, some of the workers saying that how good they enjoy watching the videos and everything. So yeah, but nothing set up. Anybody knows anybody, put me in touch. Okay, let's move on. And we've got Sean Clark, who says, looks like they've assembled a large part of the front span that will connect the main stand roof to the Anfield Road roof, and they've connected the last roof rafter to the rest. Progress really ramping up now. Okay, so where we are in the video now, it's actually, I know where, as we zoom in here, it's going to, I take a pan across. So you've said connect the main stand roof to the Anfield Road. Okay, so right there, as it went out, yeah, there is a big span being assembled there in the corner. You said, and they've connected the last roof rafter to the rest. Yeah, progress really ramping up. Yeah, it is really ramping up, and yeah, the last roof rafter to the rest. Not sure where you meant on that, Sean. If you could clarify on that, or anybody else knows which, when you say the last, that they've connected the last roof rafter to the rest. Not exactly sure where you mean. Elaborate on that a bit for me, or if anybody else knows exactly where Sean is talking about there, then yeah, please do let me know. But they definitely got, you can see that as it's, you know, the shot there, you could see then that last span that they've assembled in the main car park at the main stand then. So yeah, cheers, Sean. Moving on. Next up, we've got David Hurley, who says, is Brickwork starting with the scaffolding now in place as the base of the rear at the base of the rear of the stand? Cannot wait to see all that red brick going up. Going to look superb. Keep up the great work, Nick. Yeah, David, absolutely. So the next shots here, where we are in the video, after we've had a good little look there, as we come round here, I know the next shot is going to be, we go along at the back slowly, quite close. So they've definitely started the brickwork, David, 100%. It's on the columns. So see where so if you look in the middle of it and at the base, there is brickwork there. As the video keeps rolling through, look at, it's kind of the last shots before it loops again, where I look closely. You see that it is halfway up in the middle. There's brickwork there, and on the base, David. So they've definitely started it, and some of the guys that are good enough to kind of keep me in the loop have said that they're really ploughing on with brickwork now. So I think we'll start to see quite a lot of that coming on over the coming weeks, and I'll definitely keep an eye on it. So thanks very much for that, David. Thanks for the question. It's definitely there and coming on. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we've got Michael Porter, who says, surprised a guy in a high-vis jacket would distract you wearing that amount of orange. Yeah, that was about me having a little accident with my drone at the end of the last video. Great video again, Mr. D. It's really starting to come together now. Due to the sharp angle on the metalwork on the floor next to the main stand, this may be the connecting front span between the Anfield Road end and main stand roofs. Yeah, Michael, I'm glad you've mentioned that. So let's think. So the video in a minute, it's going to pan round and we'll be able to have a look at that. So I think I mentioned in my video, we're just having a look now at that front span that's going up to connect to the Kenny Dalglish roof there, and having a look at them. But what it will do, tell you what, give me 1 sec, we will zoom around there right now. Okay, you'll see I've slowed that right down to have a good look at that what they've built on the floor. There you go. So yeah, it is a weird shape. You're completely right, and I think I did mention that in my last video. Just trying to get to your question again, sorry. Yeah, so the sharp angle on the metalwork, it does look like it could be a connecting span. It looks different to the rest, doesn't it, Michael? So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on it and we'll see. Anybody there knows exactly where that's going, please let me know. Let me know when it's going as well, if you could. Be very, very grateful for that. But yeah, it's definitely a strange shape that makes me think it could well be that connecting part, but or it's just another shoulder part. But it does look a strange shape, Michael. I agree. Okay, moving on. Next up we have Paul is Sherwood 8465. Sorry if that's wrong, the way I've said it. He says, "Hi Nick, another great blog. Thanks very much, Paul. Do you know when they are due to start fitting the new seats onto the terracing? I bet people in the park didn't miss you coming dressed in bright orange." And well, loads of people commented on me bright orange. I liked it with the matching hat. But yeah, a few people had a few things to say about it. People said I look like I'm working for EasyJet or I'm a Blackpool fan. I'm neither, but you know. Anyway, do I know when they're fitting the new seats onto the terracing? No, definitely not, Paul. But I can only assume that will be like the last thing done. Surely they've got to take down the old stand and that. So not the old roof. So all of that will be done first, surely, because otherwise there'd be a chance that they're going to cause damage to new seats. I think that'll be at the very end. If anybody does know any difference or have any info on that, please drop it down below. But my assumption, Paul, would be that that's one of the last things to be done. The cosmetic type finishing jobs. But yeah, anybody knows anything else than that, drop it down below. Cheers, Paul. Let's move on. We now have Martin Walls, who says, "Hi Nick, watched all your videos, fascinating insight into the progress of the stand. Thanks very much, Martin. My question is, what are the rectangle and squares on the cladding? There doesn't seem to be any on any of the other roofs. Great videos. Any of the other roofs, great videos. Keep up the great work. You'll never walk alone, Martin Walls." Okay, I kept Ross's replying because it is quite a easy reply. But yeah, so Ross has said that small piece of cladding stacked on top of each other to lay down. They get lifted up onto the roof like that so the workers can take them off individually. Yeah, so there you go, Martin. Question and answer. They obviously lay them out like any kind of roof laying tiles. You know, they take the tiles up stack them there and then lay them out one by one, and that's exactly what it is, Martin. So yeah, thanks for that. And that might clear up if anybody else was wondering what it was, but it is just those extra cladding pieces stacked up. And thanks very much, Ross, for answering that. Let's move on. Next up, we've got John Redhead, who says, "Thanks for the update, Nick. Greatly appreciated as always, mate." He's put 1047, but then he did send another message saying he's no idea why that's in there. So no problem, John. Anyway, he said, "If FSG sell the club in the near future, do you think the new owners will come in and continue to extend Anfield? If they were to extend the Kop and the Kenny Dalglish stand, we would easily have the biggest ground in the Prem." Yeah, John, if FSG sell the club or not, my honest opinion, I've gone over this a few times, even though it's difficult, there are problems to be overcome by FSG or any other owner. I personally think that this Anfield Road Stand will not be the last development of Anfield that we see, personally. I know there's obstacles, and I'm not going to go over them in this video because I've done other videos on them. So if you haven't seen, if you check back on my channel, there's a video or two that I've done covering the issues with developing Anfield and the other stands. But I do always say, despite the problems and issues to overcome, I personally think that Anfield will be developed further and expanded further. I just think with engineering the way it is nowadays, with money that Liverpool and Liverpool owners have got, I just think they will overcome any problems that they'll have developing it. My personal opinion, yeah. So to answer your question, John, yeah. Whether it's FSG or somebody else, I do think they'll do more, personally. Okay, thanks. Anybody else's thoughts? Gladly received them. Let's move on. Okay, Gareth Jones has said, "Is it possible to know how internal work is getting on? And regarding removal of the old roof, their plans, as we know, are to do that after the final game of the season. Are they not concerned as to damage that may be caused to the pitch and what time frame it will take to remove it? Cheers. Again, Ross, you come up with some great replies, mate. Thanks very much for that, and I'm sure everybody else appreciates it too. But Ross has said they've already done trial runs on the pitches at the training ground with large rubber protective mats and cranes driving onto them, and they're happy that they won't damage the pitch at Anfield. So, first of all, Gareth, is it possible to know how internal work is getting on? I don't know. I haven't heard that it's behind, ahead, anything, unfortunately. I do hear little bits that people tell me, but it's not anything major worth sharing. But moving on regarding the roof, so that's a great answer by Ross. So I didn't know that they'd done trial runs on the pitches at the training ground, which are with large rubber protective mats and cranes driving onto it. So Ross, that's great info. That I wish I'd have known that. It would have been great to have a look. But so they've done that at when you say the training ground, that's the AXA training ground, is it? That's where they've done it. Ross, just putting my question out there to you. This platform's open for me to ask questions to you too, I hope. Yeah, is that where they did it, the actual training ground? It's really good to know if that's where they did it. I know that they'd obviously they tested this. I didn't know they'd done it at the training ground, so good to know. But yeah, obviously they're not just going to do it blind, are they? And just rock up with cranes, expecting it not to damage the pitch. So obviously a lot of work goes into it. So yeah, Gareth, I hope that answers your questions, and Ross answered that too. So thanks for that. Let's move on. Okay, so we've got Anthony Parker, who says, "Hi Nick, double question. When will all that orange steel be removed? And will they put grey pieces in to replace them?" Connor Wells, again, another reply, really good of you, Connor, said, "Yes, they are basically temporary support beams to keep the structure intact, basically." Okay, so I think they're waiting until all of the spans and the top roof work, so to speak, are done and it's intact, and then they'll start removing the orange and putting in the grey pieces, I think. But yes, they are putting grey pieces in to replace them, so it's the temporary ones. I'm not sure why as well. There's obviously some sort of engineering mind or reasoning behind it, but I don't know why they had to put orange pieces in that will be replaced with grey. Don't know. I wonder why that is. Does anybody know? I'd be really interested to know that. If you know, could you let me know down below, or drop me a private message if you're somebody on site and you want to let me know. Honestly, anybody who does contact me, a lot of them do it by email. You can find my email address on my website. But if anybody does contact me with a bit of info, you can rest assured I will not release your name or anything ever. Okay, you will be unanimous, or you will just be unknown. So, yeah, does anybody know why they did that with the orange steel? I'd be really, really grateful to know. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Anthony, and thanks for your answer too, Connor. Let's move on. I think this might be the last one. And yeah, I've got Peter Burns, who says, "Where is the concrete for both left and right ends of the new stand? This could have been done weeks ago, but I do not see the concrete on the ground. Is there a problem with supply?" That's funny you say that, Peter. I haven't got any information regarding that. Before anybody thinks I'm about to give some sort of breaking news, I'm not. But you're not the first person to say this to me. Just have a little swig. Sorry. You're not the first person to say that to me recently. Only like this past week or so, I've had a few people comment saying, "Is there some sort of problem with the concrete?" And that because we haven't seen any more of it coming in or anything like that. I don't know if there is, but I think I had another message, but I think it was on another platform. Let me just have a look. I think it was on Twitter. It was somebody else who said, "Looking at the terracing, it seems to have been static since last year. Roof sheets will be held up until they drop them sections through the gaps, so it also has a knock-on effect." Yeah, and so this person actually said, "Next time you're up at Annie Road, any chance you can check to see if there's any concrete terracing ready to go on? Seems as if there's none on site, maybe an issue." That's just one, I've had a few of them saying, where's all the concrete? Why is that come to a standstill all of a sudden? I don't know. It's a good question. It's a very good question that a few of you put over. So if again anybody has that information, Peter, thanks for your question. Thanks everybody else for your questions and comments regarding this. If anybody has information regarding that, let us know. Let us know down below. If you want to drop me a private message, like I say, you can do so. I'll tell you what, I'll leave my email there for you for easy access. So yeah, let us know. But yeah, interesting, isn't it? That's brought me to the end of my questions and comments. I'm just gonna watch this. Watch the end of this video because it's only another minute stroke 30 seconds long. So as we move in here, I'm doing this because whoever it was that mentioned about the brickwork. Just going to say, so as we zoom in and dissolve it in a bit closer, see the very middle, you can see brick there as we come along, and at the very bottom as well, you can see the brickwork coming on. So yeah, I can't recall exactly what it was, sorry about that, if it was you, but yeah, it's clear that the brickwork is coming on, but yeah, as we look at that, there is no concrete there, is there? Funny. And we zoom out to the end of the video, and I'll drop to my outro right about now. Okay guys, thank you very much. I think I just spat. Sorry if I did. Thank you very much for all the questions and comments this week. Disappointing that I couldn't get to site and get up in the air, but when it's too windy, it's not worth the risk to my drone and to people on site. Just not. Got to be safe. So yeah, plan B. Sit in the office, go through your questions and comments, like I did. So I hope I covered. I think we covered quite a lot there. So yeah, it's looking at it, it's 20 minutes long already without this video. So I'll keep this short. I'll just say right now. So I'm doing a live Q&A tonight, 8:30 p.m. So I'm hoping this video will come out around 5:30 or something like that. So yeah, live Q&A tonight. I hope you can make it. If not, don't worry. If you want to be in the draw for the drone, Mini 2 drone, you have to watch my video, which is titled Fuel versus Prime, and you'll know there how to enter. Okay, you'll have to enter before like 8 p.m. tonight, I'd say. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hopefully I'll be out this weekend, have another close look at the site. Right now I am in what is known as the boardroom of my office. You'll see I've got a screen over there, and I've got other things arriving. I'm going to be slowly turning this into a studio type of room to do a lot more videos from it too as well when I can't get up in the air. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll leave it there. If you would like to buy me a beer, you can do so using this link. No pressure whatsoever. And for any branded clothing like this lovely orange gear that you've all commented on, lots more colours available, I must say. Matching hats as well, which looks quite cool. Then follow this link. Other than that guys, take care, thanks for watching, see you now.